ready?
I am so ready.
Okay.
SpongeBob.
Fuck. So this character, we're gonna actually start with a long vertical and round, but still pretty rounded. So don't think it's very slender because it's still longer than it is wide, but it isn't. It's still somewhat wide. Oval.
Okay.
At the top of this oval, you are going to draw, covering the top section of it, let's say the top border of it, maybe even less, maybe even a little less of that, a butt cheek shape, like a very simple butt cheek shape.
Okay. Let me ask a couple questions.
Like the bottom of, like the top of a heart, but upside down. But yes.
Okay. I think that makes sense. Does the point of the heart go into the top of the?
So there is no point of the heart. Don't draw the point of the heart. You're only drawing the bumps or a butt cheek. That part of the heart or a butt, you're just drawing that part. Don't draw the point. Now, above the butt crack in the butt, right? You're going to want to draw an oval that is horizontal, a horizontal oval.
And this is going to be outside of the
the initial
the first oval.
That you drew. Yes, it's above it.
Okay, this is hovering above it. Okay.
Hovering. Yes.
Some might like call this something, maybe.
You could call it whatever you want.
Like a major game franchise for Xbox.
You could, I guess.
Okay. That's what it looks like right now.
Okay. So this might open you up a bit here.
Oh, don't do that.
So you did on one end of the butt cheeks, you have drawn this oval, okay? Now connected to the other end of the butt cheeks, under them, as if they were being pooped out, but from the cheeks, not the crack, you are going to draw 4 rounded triangles where the points are facing downwards. The 2 outer ones are larger and the 2 inner ones are smaller.
The oval that is hovering above the first oval is how long in width compared to the butt cheeks?
It is centered and it is covering up about half the area.
Okay. Now tell me about the pooping from the butt cheeks.
Okay. Imagine that these butt cheeks are the roof of a cave, and we are now drawing stalagmites.
Okay.
So there's going to be 4 rounded triangles protruding from the bottom of the butt cheek that go across from one end of the butt cheeks to the other. The 2 outer ones are longer, and the 2 inner ones are shorter. 2 on each cheek. You can erase the top of the first oval.
Okay.
Anything above the butt cheeks does not exist.
Yeah. This is starting to make sense.
You are going to draw a large heart around this entire thing. The inward, if this was the butt cheek again, the crack would be touching that top oval, the small little oval that you drew that's horizontal, okay? The tip, like the inward tip of the heart from the top would be touching that oval, and then it would go and peak,
I think I know who this is,
below the oval. I think at this point you probably might have an idea. Next, we're going to go to the bottom of the very first oval that you drew.
Okay.
And
take me there.
And about the amount that you erased on the top half, you're now going to erase on the bottom half. Where the tip of the oval was before, you're now going to draw a slightly longer, like basically if you snapped off the bottom end of that oval that you just erased, like instead of erasing, you snapped it off and then you straightened it out a bit. So you should have a slightly more slightly longer line below the oval now. Now, those 4 stalagmites that you drew at the top, you're going to draw 3 of them coming but they're upside down now, coming out from that line, and they're going to be on the right, moving left, but there's going to be space so that the where that fourth one on the left would be, there would be nothing there. Basically, just line them up with the 3 stalagmites at the top, on the 3 rightmost stalagmites at the top. Line them up with that.
Cool. Okay, I got that, I think.
Okay, now, coming out from the initial oval that you drew at the very beginning, is a... How would I describe this? A sack, perhaps, is coming out and drooping over the stalagmites at the bottom. And as if that 4th stalagmite that you can't see is being covered by this sack.
There's no way. Where does the sack begin?
It begins behind those bottom stalagmites, comes out over them, droops over the 4th one that you can't see.
Okay.
Next, you're going to give a large kind of bottom lip below all of this that kind of comes out. It extrudes out of that heart that you drew initially.
On the left side or the right side or both sides?
On the right side. It goes below the sack, though, on the left.
Like, I'm pretty sure I still know who this is, but...
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, we're going to move on. This might help. Do you think you have something that kind of resembles what I was talking about there?
Maybe.
Okay. So now, above that small circle that's above the stalagmites, that's above the little butt cheeks, that oval.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to draw 2 teardrop shapes where the points of the teardrops are pointed inwards towards that oval. So they're kind of converging on the middle, or like a broken heart. If you were to take a heart, okay, how about this? Imagine you drew a heart on top of that small oval. Okay?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And now imagine you ripped that heart in half, and the 2 halves just kind of fell to the sides of it. They parted ways a bit.
Explain it with the teardrops.
Okay. Okay, so you should have this circle, and then around the circle is the heart, the big heart that you drew, right?
Yeah.
On either end of it. Okay, now resting on that heart are 2 teardrops that are the points of the teardrop.
Wait, on top of the heart?
On top of the heart, which would also be on top of the circle, because the oval, because the oval is within the heart mostly. Imagine you took 2 teardrops and you just kind of dropped them down, and they just kind of rested on top of this heart shape.
Okay.
And
on the outside of the heart?
The outside of the heart. The outside of the heart. I should have maybe saved this one for last. This and the other one I was debating which was going to be harder. These 2 teardrops, the tips of them are pointed towards the oval, and the rest of them is resting on the heart shape. Does that make sense?
No. Oh, are you gonna have the picture of what I'm drawing right next to what I'm drawing, like for the people watching?
Yeah,
oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me tell you what I have.
Okay, yeah.
I have a heart. Okay?
Yes.
Which is the general face or something.
Okay.
Then within that heart, I have an oval that has been transmogrified to shit. It's not even an oval anymore, but it has things within it,
Yeah.
which I would assume are teeth,
Okay.
and a sack.
Okay.
And then I have something of a bottom lip, which definitely is wrong.
Okay.
And then on the outside, and then at the kind of apex of the butt crack of the heart, I have a horizontal oval. And then on the outside of the heart,
Yes.
on the butt cheeks of the heart, I
Yes.
have 2 teardrops basically rolling down the sides of it.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
then it's perfect.
The left one should be bigger than the right one, the teardrops. Also, let's take that left teardrop and let's turn it so that it's a bit more vertical. Like maybe like 20, 30 degrees.
What on earth do you
Like
mean
40
by that?
Okay. Now imagine, okay, you know
Okay,
you know
wait.
So
hold
you know
on.
the rotate tool in Photoshop.
Yes.
Imagine the anchor point is at the tip of
Okay.
the teardrop.
Yes,
Rotate the
yes.
teardrop 30, 40 degrees.
Okay.
Okay. Inside of both of these teardrops, 2 black dots.
At where?
Like they're close to each other. Like the dots want to be near each other, but they're separated by being in 2 different teardrops. But they long for each other, so they're close to each other.
I don't know who this is anymore. Wait. Okay, tell me how they long to be close to each other one more time.
The dot in the left teardrop is to kind of the right side of the left teardrop.
Yes.
And then
Okay.
on the
I
right,
got it.
it's close to the left. You're going to want to draw a line, basically, like a bit out from those teardrops. You're going to want to draw, basically outline the teardrop. Both of them in one continuous line that outlines both of the teardrops.
You're not gonna believe this.
Yeah.
You're not gonna believe this.
Now, at the apex of each of these new lines that you made, the highest point of them, okay,
Mhm.
you are going to give little puffs of hair, little like jaggedy sort of tufts of hair. Now, we're gonna zoom out a bit here. Okay.
Oh gosh.
We're
Okay.
drawing an oval, or not an oval, like a semicircle that is the north half of the circle. Okay. And it is connected from one end of the big heart that encompasses this whole thing to the other end, and it is pretty tall, and it connects to about.
If you don't start making sense, I'm gonna kill myself.
It's like you put a little dome to capture the teardrops. Like, you're just capturing them. You're putting a dome over them that connects to the semicircle. Okay. And it doesn't connect to the very outer edge of the heart. It's about halfway. Does that make sense?
Mm-mm.
This is the top.
And then it connects to the heart?
I guess I can say this. Yes, this is the top of the head that you're drawing here. You might need to resize some things, potentially.
That's not happening.
Okay.
Because I would have to draw the entire thing again. So, shit.
You know how when you described your first character that I drew for you, how the cheeks kind of came out more and then there was a smaller kind of head section? It's a similar situation there.
Oh gosh. Yeah, dude, that's not happening, to be honest.
I believe in you. Adjust it to the best of your ability.
You probably can't even fathom how this is.
I'm actually
probably
nervous, and I knew this was going to be a hard one. I thought that the next one was going to be harder than I
Dude, it's
realized.
worse. It's worse.
Okay.
It is worse. Oh, actually, low key.
On either end of this dome, you're going to give it 2 small ears.
Sure, dude.
The ears.
And this is Stewie Griffin.
Next, at the top center of this new semicircle that you made recently, there is a tuft of hair that is kind of drooping down, and it comes down to where almost where the 2 teardrops meet. Now
You're not gonna believe this.
This is
I'm not even
the
joking.
final detail. He's on either end of between the ears and the tuft of hair. On either side, you're going to draw 2 horns but the horns are fuzzy and furry, so they're like made out of hair.
This is not a real character, is my guess.
Oh, no. Walk me through some characters you've thought it was at certain times.
Tasmanian Devil.
Okay.
Arnold from Hey Arnold.
Okay.
Mr. Krabs. Loki.
Okay. So like really vastly different characters.
Yeah, I kind of think that we should chalk this up as an L for me and just move on.
Hey,
I'm
what's your-
kind of feeling a little disappointed right now.
What's your guess? What's your?
I'm gonna
official-
say Tasmanian Devil, but like it doesn't look like that. I think you're gonna lose your mind. I think you're gonna make us quit if you see the picture.
Oh no.
So we have to use kind words to each other, by the way. Was one of the rules. You are the one who led me astray. You are the one who led me astray.
No, here's the good news. You were right. It was a Tasmanian devil.
You're going to start with 2 circles. They are touching each other. Sorry. Within these 2 circles are 2 dots. I mean, 1 dot in each one. And now, do you know what means a chode? No, sorry. Do you know what means micro wiener?
Yes.
Okay, so if these was the balls, you're gonna draw a very small C shape coming down out of the balls, but they are. Oh my gosh! Hold on, I didn't check what words I can use.
Oh no.
Okay, okay.
I
we're
doubt chode and micro penis were part of it, so I think you're okay.
good. Those were the only 2 words I couldn't use.
Fuck.
Okay, you're gonna do basically a little like a U, basically like an elongated U coming out of this, but like it's not even as big as the eyeballs. Like it's quite
Understood. Small
okay.
nose feature.
This is gonna be so easy, maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Now what you're gonna do on either side of the nose, underneath the circles, is going to be 2. I would just say it's like a flap. You could describe it as a U, but like a very like if you put a U into Photoshop and selected it with the transform tool and then scaled it down like north to south. So it's like just a slightly curved line. Okay, anywho, now underneath all of that, just beneath the U, the middle U, you are going to draw a bean shape. And this bean shape is slightly wider than the 2 circles.
And this is okay, so this goes between the U and the flap?
No. Okay.
Oh, wait,
Let's go
what
back
is
to
it?
the flaps. Let's get rid of the flaps.
Okay.
Forget about the flaps.
There was multiple flaps? I only drew 1 flap.
Okay, get rid of. What do you have? Just the wiener and the balls?
Yes.
Okay, good. Underneath the wiener part,
Yeah.
sorry, you're gonna get. I guess you're not monetized, but if you were, hey guys, welcome back to this channel. Don't forget to dislike, unsubscribe, comment something mean, report, mass report, DMCA. Okay, you're going to draw a bean, a horizontal bean, just below, like very, very close to the wiener part.
Is the bean
And this is
is the bean curved upwards or downwards?
slightly upwards. It's almost like a neutral bean, but slightly upwards, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. And this is below the wiener.
The wiener.
Understood.
Yes, correct. And now on either side of the bean, you're gonna just draw Do you remember how you had me kind of outline the teardrops?
Yes.
You're gonna do that, but it's literally just gonna be on, the right side of the bean and the left side of the bean. It's not, the lines aren't connected to anything. They're just a very
Understood.
Okay. Now, within the bean, you are going to draw across the bottom line of the bean. You're going to draw 7 half circles.
Got it.
Okay, and at the top, you're also going to draw 7 half circles coming downwards.
Got it.
You can vary the sizes of these. They're not like all super uniform. Above the balls, we're going to the top of the balls now. You will draw, think of a hot dog,
Yeah.
bend it downwards,
Okay.
and draw that shape. So, okay. Think, okay. Horizontal hot dog on top of the balls.
Okay.
Bend both sides of the hot dog down towards the balls.
Understood.
And draw that. Now these are not touching. It's not touching the balls. It's just above them. Now let's go back to the flaps. The flaps is going to be basically the skin, the underskin of what you would use to blink. So it's just like basically like an
And they're under they're under the circles. There's one under each circle.
Yes.
Okay.
Under each circle there is basically just like a slight outline at the bottom. Okay? Now, would you like to move on to the body of this character?
You have not described to me the head shape.
So what's happening is that the head shape and the body are the same.
Okay.
Do you remember the hot dog from earlier?
Yes.
Take that hot dog and rotate it 90 degrees.
Am I actually doing this, or is this like for a separate thing that I'm drawing?
This just no. Just think to yourself in your head. Take
Okay.
that hot dog,
Okay.
rotate it 90 degrees,
Okay.
and blow it up, like make it so big so that the facial or the features that I have described to you can fit within like the top little area of the hot dog. You can even it's not as curved as it's not going to be as curved. It's going to be just so basically the facial features that I have the shapes that I have described exist within the top quarter of the giant hot dog.
All right. I think I know what I think I know what the character is.
Okay, would you like to guess?
Yeah. Is it Pickle Rick?
It's Pickle Rick.
Nice.
Oh. So I should have said just a hot dog shape. I was just trying to describe. Okay.
His
I see where I went
unibrow,
wrong.
His unibrow. Okay, draw a circle.
Done.
I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Okay. I should point out that this character is somewhat facing the left, 3/4 view. I'm gonna just throw that out there now because so the placement of things makes sense to you. Cut off about the bottom half of the circle. Maybe keep a little more. Keep like 65% of the circle, but cut off the bottom chunk of it. All right. Now within the circle that still remain, you are going to draw 2 eyes. Now, they are relatively far apart. Not like absurdly far apart, but they're certainly not touching, and there's some space in between them. And keep in mind, this character's head is somewhat turned so that the eyes are going to favor the left a bit more. They're relatively small if you compare to something like Cosmo or the Tasmanian Devil, but they're not like beady or anything. So they're like, I would say like pretty average sized eyes.
And they're circles?
Yeah, we'll start by saying that they're circles. These eyes have the character's expression, their cheeks somewhat cover the bottoms of their eyes. So erase the bottom parts of the circles and kind of put in a curved
Mhm.
crescent line sort of thing
Yeah.
under both of them. Okay. 2 small pupils,
Where?
just wherever.
Okay.
Okay. Between these 2 eyeballs, we are going to put a curved line, a north-facing semicircle without the bottom. It kind of will fit within the space between them. It's
Yeah.
below them. Okay.
It's below them?
It's below the eyes.
Okay. Like, is it below the cheeks too?
Yes. I have no idea how I'm gonna do this. Okay. Draw a butt cheek under like a couple inches under this semicircle, but because of the angle, it's not the butt cheek that we've been talking about all day today. This butt cheek is a bit more like the cheeks are facing the left, and the second, or the leftmost butt cheek, okay, it wraps around and kind of connects to like the mid left of that semicircle that you drew.
Dude, I can't have any of my students find this. We talk about butt cheeks and wieners so much.
The cheek, the hole, is still at the bottom. All right, and again, the left cheek loops around and connects to that semicircle, about the middle of the semicircle on the left. The left cheek connects to the left of the semicircle, about halfway in height.
What the F do you mean?
Okay. So that semicircle, okay, is one butt cheek.
Okay.
And then the other, now you're drawing another butt cheek to the left of it. And then below
Okay.
that, there's 2 more butt cheeks. It's like butt cheeks and then butt cheeks below it.
Gotcha.
Just however you have it right now, I'm sure it looks great. Okay. In
It
the middle
doesn't.
between,
And you know it, and you know that it doesn't. Okay, let's go.
in the middle of those butt cheeks where you think it would make sense because you have your eyes and everything, 2 nostrils. Oh no. I think I'm whiffing this one.
You might be, but let's
But
see if
it's
we can
impossible.
land it. We
It's-
might be able to.
This shape is unlike any shape that has ever existed in anything else before.
Right.
Okay. Here we go. We're going back down. Now, the bottom butt cheeks, okay? Oh man, this is gonna really throw you for a loop. Okay. The right butt cheek, okay? The bottom right butt cheek. The cheek is now going to extend out considerably to the right. Imagine
Within its cheekiness, like it's still gonna be cheeking, or it's
okay.
a separate
the best way I
line.
can describe this. Imagine these butt cheeks is a perspective of a naked person from the back sitting down. So you have the 2 butt cheeks, but then the right butt cheek is kind of turning into their leg. So you have the cheek, but then it kind of comes out.
Oh, gotcha,
as
gotcha,
the
gotcha.
leg.
Yeah. That's a pretty good explanation. Okay.
So now, basically, you're
Is this
going-
an OC?
Oh yeah. You're going to give those stalagmites from earlier. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to give 2 of those on the right hand side of that butt cheek leg. And then on each of the cheeks on the bottom, you are going to give 2 big stalagmites.
Oh yeah.
That leg, it kind of ends in nothingness right now, right? There's just kind of trails off in the.
That is
okay.
correct.
So now we're gonna kind of give it a dimple that connects it, and it's gonna be a big dimple. That goes down below the leg. Okay, it's curved to the right. The bulge is on the right.
My bulge is on the right.
Okay. Okay.
Edit that out. I'm confident that this cannot be worse than my last one, though.
Okay.
So
So now we as you've probably guessed, this is the mouth. That's what you've just drawn is the top half of the mouth. So now we're doing the bottom part. So now
okay.
that line that you made, that's the connecting part of the mouth. And so now we're going to do a diagonal line that's slightly curved upwards from that dimple that you just drew to about where the butt cheek starts, maybe a little bit before that. 3 stalagmites evenly spaced upon that line that you just pointing upwards. Next, you are going to draw okay, so that line that you drew, it's kind of a straight line, but it's somewhat curved, right? Okay, you're basically going to draw another one of those. Remember that simplified bird? That line that you just drew, that you just gave 3 stalagmites
is
to,
one wing.
that's the right wing. Now you're drawing the left wing, so it's a little shorter.
It's normal sized bird.
Yeah, the peak goes down.
Oh, then this is really, really lost. Then this is really lost, my friend. Okay. The bottom mouth line is not a U.
It curves upwards.
Oh, I thought you meant curve. Okay.
Curves
I thought you
up.
meant like.
No. Okay. On the end of that left bird wing that you just drew, you're going to put one more stalagmite.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can't all be stalagmites. The ones on the bottoms are called something else. The ones on the tops are called something else.
I don't know.
Now give him gills.
This character has a prominent butt chin. To give them a butt chin below everything you just drew, you are going to kind of, like we did with the eyes on the Tasmanian devil, connect from the right hand side of the butt chin. It's going to kind of come up and around and connect back to that semicircle with the nostrils. And he's got big cheeks, so kind of give a little bit of space for the cheeks, like make the cheek part a little bigger.
Oh my god.
Is it coming together?
I think I know who it is now.
Next, above each eye, you are basically going to give that like a Nike swoosh logo, where the swoosh ends are facing each other. So one is inverted on one of the eyes. At the non-swoosh end on both of these, you are going to make them, they have 3 big furry parts coming off of them. And I have to make them look furry by adding like 3 jagged lines. Next, this character has very we're going to talk about hair here. And their hair is kind of like their eyebrows, where it is kind of spiky, and so it goes on it sits right on the top of that semicircle, right? And it's just sort of like a swooshy sort of very kind of, it has some volume to it. It's sort of a swooshy, voluptuous, almost like maybe even like
upwards or downwards?
Upwards. It's almost like a mohawk.
Okay.
Give him a mohawk, but when you think mohawk, I think people tend to think very rigid, straight up and down. It's a mohawk that kind of whooshes back a bit in the wind. So now you're going to, those stalagmites that have been all up in the mouth? We are going to give this guy 2 of those on his head, on either side, where his ears would be, maybe a little higher. Like they would be above his ears if he had ears. And they are longer and they somewhat curve.
So they're not horns, or they are horns?
I can't say what they are.
Oh, you can't say it.
But
okay. Yeah, I think I definitely know who this is.
Okay, and then they both
though it doesn't look like him.
Then they both have a base. Just kind of a circular base. And that's the character.
I think it's Bowser.
You are correct. And here's the picture. Oh my gosh. I mean, okay, and here's the picture I was using for reference. Honestly, I think if you showed that to basically anyone, they would get that's
know.
Bowser. And I
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like it. It's kind of like this stylized version.
It's
of
almost
it.
like Bowser was in the Angry Birds movie. So they are
Mhm.
facing to the right, just so that like a 3/4 to the right. And we're gonna try to give this some dimensionality. So
Oh
you're gonna
gosh.
we're gonna start with the part of the skull where the brain would be,
Okay.
because this creature, man, woman thing has kind of two parts to the head.
Okay. I
So
already know who it is.
start with a sphere. You definitely do not.
Okay. Start with the sphere.
So you've seen a motorcycle helmet?
Yes.
You know the visor part?
Yes.
Let's draw a visor on the upper quadrant. So like if the sphere was facing us, this would be taking up like basically from half to the top. But since it's facing to the right, it's going to take up like the upper right quadrant-ish. Does that make sense?
So it's not being worn in the same way as a motorcycle visor, just the shape.
It is
of
not
one?
worn. This is part of the head.
Okay, but okay, I understand that it's shaped like a motorcycle visor,
Okay.
but describe the placement of it better on the head.
Yes.
I'm realizing.
Is it normal?
No, I don't know any. I haven't drawn anything besides a fucking circle yet. Because. Yeah,
Okay.
Where does this motorcycle
Okay.
visor go?
It goes. This is gonna be where the front of the head is.
Right.
Okay. So now protruding from the sphere, out to the right.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh! You are going to draw. Yeah, this one's actually insanely hard. You're gonna draw a teardrop, but like, you're gonna draw a teardrop coming out vertically. I mean horizontally, and okay, and the bottom of it.
Wait.
Like the part where that would start going into a point
Yes.
is connected to the visor.
Okay.
Like that,
Okay, it's
the
on
bottom line of the visor is part of the teardrop.
Okay.
They are connected. The bottom line of the visor is the top line of the teardrop.
Okay, so the teardrop is a little.
But
bit
it
lower.
protrudes further. But it protrudes further out. At the top right of the teardrop, covering up like the upper rightmost quadrant and protruding outside to the outside of the top of it as well is going to be a perfect circle. Okay.
Okay, I understand what's happening right.
Below the teardrop, we are going to draw, you know, Nike swoop.
Yeah.
That's impossible to explain. Okay, within the visor, you're going to put 2 dots, and then above those 2 dots, you're going to put. This is still within the visor. You're going to put 2 parentheses on top
Got it.
that are going to be, yeah,
Understood.
okay, just lines.
Yep.
Now on top of the visor, you are going to give it the bird faraway bird treatment.
Okay.
But the bird is angled at like a 45-degree angle just due to the nature of the perspective on this guy.
Now, is this above the circle
Yes.
as well, or just the
Oh,
visor? It's
no.
It's within the circle.
It's on this. It's within the circle.
Okay, and it's.
If anything, it barely protrudes over the circle. Now, at the left side of the sphere,
Okay.
we are going to draw a line. So let's just do a straight line coming out, not exactly the half point, slightly above the half point. We're going to draw a line diagonally downwards slightly. So it's like almost horizontal, it's slightly angled downwards. Just
it.
a line that's about an ear's length out.
Okay.
Okay. And then you're going to draw a curved line coming back. So it's going to come downwards. It's going to curve down and sag, and it's going to come up back to the sphere.
When you
and
say an
it's
ear's
not gonna.
length, what are you talking?
Mhm.
A human ear?
I can't say anything about that. Just
Okay.
give it. Let's say it's like 3/4 of the sphere. Like it's kind of long.
Understood.
So now, do you know the circle that's at the top right of our drawing? Underneath that, you're gonna just from like the center-ish point. No, no, no. From the bottom of it, the bottom curve of that circle, you're gonna draw a straight line down that just goes to the bottom of the teardrop.
Got it.
I'm so screwed here. Okay, now on the right side of that, you're going to draw 2 lines protruding. These are kind of like hairs, but they're not connected to anything. They're just kind of floating.
Oh, I know who this is.
Okay, and then on the left side, you're going to do 4 of those floating hairs.
And these are to the left
And
right,
then
to the left and right of.
yes, of the nose. I mean, sorry, of the circle.
And it's 4 on the
left.
and okay, on the right.
2 on the right.
Okay, 2 on the right. Got
And
it.
then you are going to draw 2. Oh gosh. You're going to put a pattern onto this, on the flesh of this creature.
Okay.
It's going to be to the left of the circle.
Right. And the thing that, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but the wonderful thing about this creature is that there's only one of them, right? Probably.
Say that again.
Okay, just keep going. Just keep going.
On the left of the circle,
Yeah.
there's going to be 2, I wouldn't say lines because they're thicker than lines.
Stripes, perhaps.
I can't say that. I don't know what that is.
But like theoretically, something along
Yes,
those
but
lines.
these are going to be so they're not going to be very long. They're kind of short and stout. There's 2 of them to the left of the circle.
Yes.
And then at the bottom left of the visor, there's 1 protruding downwards. And then to the left of that one, there's 1 protruding upwards from the sphere, kind of. And then to the left of that, another one coming down.
Okay.
And just connect it to whatever is above or below it. You know what I mean? Okay, it's done.
Okay.
I
So
think.
it doesn't look like the character. I mean, it kind of does, but it's Tigger, right?
It is. It is.
This is here's the thing. In some ways, I actually think that this looks a lot like Tigger, and in some ways, I think this looks absolutely nothing like him. How I feel like I really captured his essence while not looking like him at all.
Whoa. Dude, you know what it looks like? It looks like if there was like, you know how Disney has like the show for babies
Yeah,
that they do? And they like oversimplify the characters?
yeah.
This is why that's what it looks like.
Well, I don't really know if we can declare a winner here.
I think probably the biggest winners are the people that were not doing this with us.
Yeah.